Good day. Happy Friday, y'all. How you doing, Kaylee?
Doing good, doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm really excited to welcome everyone to Critically.
Crypto.
This is our ninth episode, and here we teach you how to do your own research while dropping alpha along the way. So, we have some really amazing things for you today. We are going to be talking about NFT loans, okay? Collateralizing NFTs so that you can buy more NFTs or
Mhm.
crypto if you want to. And so I'm really excited about it because people have heard about it. It's something that they want to do. You might not know what platforms to use, which ones are reputable. And so we're going to talk about that today. You have anything to add to that, Kaylee?
Nope, you said it well. Well, let's get into it. Let's start off with the top 10.
All righty, all righty. I'm going to share my screen. And so let me know if you can see my screen. Hold on one second. Let me cancel that real quick. Stop share. And all right, all right. So let us know if you're here in the chat.
Yep.
Let us know if you are hanging with us today. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. And down below, give us your shout outs. And let's go.
Yes.
All right, y'all. So you should be able to see
Yep.
my screen. You can see it, right?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to open up. No.
Based on the bear market, crypto BJ, how do you feel about this bear market? We're seeing people get liquidated. We're seeing stuff fall.
Listen, you are talking to Diamond Hands over here, okay?
Yep.
Miss Diamond Hands, okay? So I don't feel any kind of way. I feel like, it's exciting. I feel like there's blood in the streets. I feel like there ain't no paper hand ponies over here. You know what I mean? So, this is a great time. I think it's going to continue to go down a little bit more. And I'm going to be really excited to, catch a sale, on some crypto. And I'm kind of just holding tight on my NFTs for now. And I'm not trying to do too much. There's just a few projects that I was eyeing. And so I'm probably going to jump into a couple of those. But other than that, as far as NFTs, I'm just kind of like holding steady. What about you, Kaylee?
I'm definitely holding steady with my stacks NFTs, holding my crash funks, my mutant monkeys. I'm holding them. I do agree. I agree with you. I think we're gonna see prices drop. We were just chatting with King. We do think Bitcoin can continue to fall. I'm actually happy. I have the full app. I got 115,000 satoshis for $22.
Wow. Wow. Dope. Dope. Y'all don't forget to stack your stats down. Don't forget to stack those sats. So I'm gonna jump into the top 10 this week on OpenSea. How that goes. OpenSea shows Ethereum NFTs and also Solana NFTs, and we'll see what's been going on in the last 7 days. So number one, we have Bored Ape Yacht Club. It is up 2%. Right now with a floor price of 86 Ethereum. So over the last 7 days, though, it's up 162%. So that is good to see. They are keeping their place at the top. Then we have Mutant Yacht Club at number 2. Floor price is 17 ETH. And over the 7-day period, it's up 185%. Okay, number 3, we see Other Deed for the Other Side. Floor price is 2 ETH. That is $2,000, which is that is a steal for this highly anticipated project. So for people that wanted to be in Yuga Labs and their metaverse, wanted to buy land there, I mean, that is something to look at. So the floor price is at 2 ETH and it's up 91% over the last 7 days. All right. Clone X with Takashi Murakami, that's at a floor price of 9.9. It's up 388% over the last week. So that is looking really good. Number 5, we have Crypto Punks. Of course, there's no floor price, but it's up 252% over the last 7 days. We have Goblin Town WTF. This was one of those the free NFTs that were just minted for the gas fee. And it is now sitting at a floor price of 3.05. I think it went all the way between 5 and 6 ETH. So for those, this is not financial advice, but I mean, with the goblins, if you got it for free and you didn't sell at 5 ETH, I mean, bruh, what were you doing? What are you doing? So anyway, it's down at for over the last 7 days, 43%. All right, we have Moonbirds at number 7. The floor price is 18 Ethereum, and it's up 387% over the last 7 days. Number 8 is Shit Beast. I believe this is one. Yeah, this was one of the what do you call it? It was the word is coming to me is tentacle, but it was a spinoff from the Goblin. The Goblin. Yes, it was a derivative project, but it's not related to them. It just was basically at that time a whole bunch of projects dropped that were free. I believe this is one of those as well. The floor prices was 0.6 ETH. I would look at to see where that trend is going with that one, because 0.6 ETH right now is affordable for most people that are in this market. And over the last 7 days, it's gone down 42%. So number 9 is Primates. Okay, this is a Solana project. And it's new because it doesn't even have a 7-day percentage, but the floor price is at 16 Solana, and Solana is really affordable right now. It's around $30 for one Solana. So Primates, check that project out. And number 10 is Azuki. Okay, now we know there was a lot of controversy around Azuki because we found out that the founder had rugged some other projects in the past, and so a lot of talk on Twitter about that project, but it's sitting at a floor price of 9 ETH, almost basically 10 ETH, and it's up 92% over the last week. And I just wanted to mention number 11 and 12. So we have Doodles, which is a well-known project that's sitting at 11 ETH, which is still strong for this market right now. And then ENS name, Ethereum name service. That's at number 12. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when you have that .e, when people purchase that, whatever, like for example, Kaylee had, her name is Kaylee.btc. You can have an address that is .eth. And there's a lot of people hustling those at name addresses. And so that is up 181%. So I guess when the market is down, people decided to put their energy towards hustling, Web3 domain name. So that is your top 10 for OpenSea. I'm going to switch it on over to Kaylee so she can tell you what's going on with Stacks.
Yes. Let's jump into these Stacks NFT, guys. Alrighty, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're on Byzantium today, guys, and we're gonna cover the top 10 here. I know we touched on this a little bit earlier, but we're in a bear market, guys. So if this is not financial advice, of course, but if you've been eyeing certain projects, ETH is around, is at their 2017 year high. Solana is, like crypto pages say, is at $30. If there were projects you guys were looking at, this is really the time. I mean, the other side Ds look real good and they're at $2,000. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Yes. So let's start off with the number one project. That's going to be Bitcoin Monkeys. So their floor price today is 670 stacks, and their sales volume is over 3,000 stacks. So they're up 17%. Number two, we have the Explorer Guild from Siegel. Their floor price is 94 stacks. Their sales volume is 995 stacks, and they're up 895% today. Number three, we have Monkey Coin, which is a companion collection to Bitcoin Monkeys. So their floor price is 55 stacks. Their sales volumes is 847 stacks, and they're up almost 1,000% today. I will say number four is Marbling. So their floor price is 49 stacks. Their total sales volume is 572 stacks. And so they're down actually 11.85%. Number five, we have Mutant Monkeys, another companion collection of Bitcoin Monkeys. So their floor price is 120 stacks, and their sales volume today is 486 stacks, and they're down 41%. Number six is The Guess. This is a newer collection that debuted earlier this month. So their floor price is 110 stacks. Their total sales volume is 234 stacks, and they're down almost 50%. Number seven is Anipix Tiger Force, a companion collection to Tiger Force. So their floor price is 280 stacks. Their total sales volume today is 200 stacks, and they're up 100%. Number eight, we have Shumi. So this is a new collection that I haven't seen before, guys. I'm gonna have to check that out and report back. So their floor price is 90 stacks. Their total sales volume is 185 stacks, and they're up 100% today. Number nine is Minotauri. So this has been an interesting project to watch this month. So their total floor price is, their floor price is 456 stacks. The total sales volume is 175 stacks, and they're up 165% today. Last but not least, number 10, Reinventions. This is a new project. Their floor price is 130 stacks. Their total sales volume is 170 stacks, and they're up 100% today. It kind of does look like the top, at least for the top three, a lot of sales. So it looks like people are buying that dip. So that's pretty interesting.
Because this is the time. Because this is the time. This is the time. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. And, people have second jobs and third side hustles just for this time, you guys. So the time is now. So bringing it back to how to get easy loans using NFTs. Okay, that is what we're talking about today. We're talking about collateralized loans using your NFTs as collateral. And this is a big topic because this is, this is DeFi for NFTs, DeFi for NFTs. And I was really excited to talk about this with you guys. So what is NFT lending? Oh, hold on, wait. Well, first of all, we are breaking things down for you. I want y'all to be excited. I need y'all to like and share. Okay. Yes. I need you to tell a friend, okay, about what we're doing here, because we are putting y'all on, okay, yes, free of charge. We're giving you that alpha. I just need that. I need y'all to sit on that for a second.
Yep.
Are we giving them that alpha? Like we could charge them for this info. Could we?
We could, but we're better. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
We want y'all to win. We want y'all to win with us.
Yes.
Okay, exactly. We're trying to bring as many people with us. All right. And so that's why we're talking about NFT lending, so that you know all your options, because there may be a time where this thing is going to skyrocket. A product, you might get on an allow list, what is also known as a white list. And you're like, I know that the price that I'm going to be able to get this at and what it's going to sell for on the aftermarket is going to could make me a lot of money, could change my life, could change my family's life, and I need options to get capital. And there are alternative ways to do it, and so this is why this is important. You agree with me, Kaylee?
I agree. Listen, like CryptoBG said, this is DeFi for NFTs. This is a great opportunity to get liquidity, but also keep in mind, because we're going to cover the pros and cons, because there are risks with the rewards, but there are rewards that you should know about and know how to spot them.
Yes, exactly. So what is NFT lending? NFTs, okay. So what is NFTs are not interchangeable with each other, unlike Bitcoin, because one NFT, right, is totally valued totally different than the next. But one Bitcoin is always equal to another Bitcoin, right? So we're talking about fungibility. And we're also specifically going to be jumping into NFT-Fi, because NFT-Fi is the number one platform that has made a name in this space as a marketplace for folks to actually get loans and loan out NFTs and earn doing that. And so we will talk about other platforms, but NFT-Fi is the number one platform out there right now. So what's NFT-Fi? Okay. It's the name of the lending platform. It allows users to borrow against their NFTs. Users can loan out or mortgage their NFTs in exchange for other assets to be sold for crypto. They actually use DAI they use Wrap ETH. And what else was I going to say? Also, they are not actually giving you the loan. So NFT-Fi is not actually giving you the loan. Consumers, right? People in the community are actually offering you the loan. So they're just being the intermediary, right? And making sure that your NFT is in a platform that is suspended. And what's the term?
When they lock in?
Yes, exactly. Yes. And so basically they're holding it in escrow. That's the term I'm looking for. They're holding it in escrow for you, right? So I decide I want to go ahead and put my NFT up and I want to earn interest on it. I can go ahead and do that. And then I name my own terms for that. And then you come along and then you can decide that you want to take my terms. And then NFT-Fi is just the third party that just makes sure that everyone upholds their end of the deal. I'm going to hand the next slide over to you, Kaylee, so that you can give the people what they want and need.
Yes. So NFT-Fi, like we talked about, was a platform, and sometimes people use NFT-Fi just to talk about collateralizing your NFTs. So what does this do? What does it do? CryptoBJ touched on this earlier. It solves the problem of low liquidities in NFTs while encouraging more people to invest. So you're keeping your NFT, and you're still keeping your membership to that NFT project, but it's locked away. So you still have the privileges for it, and you can get something in return. So you get liquidity, whether that's DAI, whether that's Bitcoin or USD. Mm-hmm. When it's locked away, you get liquidity to use for other things. So it's kind of that's the problem sometimes when you're trading NFTs. Even though you can put it up for sale, it's probably not going to sell right away. That's not always a guarantee. So this really helps. It helps that problem. And it creates something called NFT fractionalization, which we'll talk about. And these loans can be used differently. So we talked about this already, like it can be converted into fiat. It can be used in DeFi protocols. So you can use it in DeFi for swaps, staking, things of that sort, or you can reinvest it into other NFT projects.
Exactly.
So like an example would be like if we had, say you have an NFT like artifact monolith or a Bitcoin monkey and you need cash, aka liquidity, but you don't want to sell it, you can use it as collateral and still receive something. But like, again, we've talked about their risk and rewards. So like, just because you can do it doesn't always mean like it can be in your best interest, because if you get margin call or the platform, because look at Celsius and Voyager, what's going on there, like you can literally lose your NFTs. So you do have to weigh the pros and cons to this, because there are risks and rewards.
Exactly. So definitely this is not financial advice. However, I see this as an option for something short term. You don't want to be depending on this and thinking that you're going to be lending for the next 6 months or so, because the crypto market and the NFT market is way too fickle. It's too up and down. This is going to be a short term option to get an infusion of cash. Okay. So this is not financial advice, but what I just said, okay? So what's NFT fractionalization? What is a fractional NFT? A set of tokens tied to a whole NFT. What is NFT fractionalization? Represents shared ownership in NFTs. Possible to section NFTs into multiple pieces by locking them into vaults of decentralized platforms. Reduces the cost of entry for investors who are usually priced out of these markets. And so a good app, there's an app called Rally. I don't know if you're familiar with Rally, but I was put onto Rally at VCon. And basically they let you know, they basically purchase or have partnerships with like well-known people in the space, like Beeple. And then they will fractionalize an NFT into a certain amount of spots. And then you can go in and put $20 down on a portion of that Beeple NFT. And then you can be a shared owner in that NFT. And then basically it's like a round of funding almost, and then once that maximum number closes. And then, as you make money up and down, you can decide to pull out money or not. There are terms to it, but that way that's another way basically that you can be exposed to an asset. But if you have a smaller amount of capital, or if it's really too risky for you, you can kind of get in on the NFT game.
Yep. And like Crypto Beja was talking about, this is like visually for you guys to see, this is what that looks like.
Yes. So I love this example because the square is actually, for people who are visual learners, it is literally a fraction of an NFT. And just like fractionalized investing, let me tell y'all, was something that was unheard of when I was growing up. And I think I may have mentioned this, I'm not sure, but before, when a stock was $150 one share, you had to have the $150 for a stock. And because of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin came out, it revolutionized the fintech industry because they had to become more competitive. And then they had to say, okay, basically they pushed the traditional, Bitcoin pushed the traditional finance industry to then change its ways so that fractionalized investing was brought into stock. So now that's why you can go on Cash App and you can put $20 down on Tesla, and that is a fraction of a stock. So then you have fraction of a Bitcoin, which we know are Satoshis, and then you have a fraction of an NFT, which I guess there isn't a name for it yet. Maybe we should coin one. We'll think of one.
I love to hear it. Look at us.
Nifty bits. Anyway, sorry, that was
that was good though. That was good. So, we've touched on this. So why are people doing this? They're selling the NFT to test the value on the market. They want to make, like, if you wanted to fractionalize your NFT, you can still be a part of that community. What sucks when you sell your NFT, you're not a part of it, the community anymore. So it's like owning a Bored Ape Yacht Club. You have that NFT. and then you have all the benefits, the meetups, the parties, the airdrops. So when you fractionalize it, you still maintain that ownership, but so do the other people who own parts of it. So it really does bring people in, and it really presents more opportunities to people who are priced out, like we mentioned before, because all of a sudden for a retail investor to have in on a blue chip project like that, it really does change parts of your life, because now when you get airdrops or you meet up with people, you're networking, so you're getting more opportunities, and you're getting privileges that you wouldn't have had before. So this is what that looks like too.
Exactly. And it's giving you another income stream on your NFT, right? So, right. So obviously selling the NFT is one way to make money, right? Renting your NFT, all right, is another kind of way to make money. Then you have, all right, you might get a derivative project from owning that NFT, right? Which is another way to make money. But also putting your NFT up for a loan, right? And for a loan and being able to basically take out the equity of your NFT and use it is another income stream to make money. So that just allows for a lot of creativity. And if you're quick on your feet, you can make this work for yourself.
I see the chat. The chat is popping.
The chat is popping. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, what they saying, Kaylee? Tell me.
So we have Edward Diaz, 1130. 1130. What? This is a terrible time to be promoting this. So again, we're not promoting any platform. We're talking about collateralizing NFTs.
I think it's a perfect time because everyone's talking about Celsius, right? Everyone's talking about how people are, that this is what's happening in another sector of crypto. So I thought it was a perfect time to let you guys know that this exists out there, and so that you can be aware of your options and know. Again, we're going to get to the pros and the cons, but there are cons to this concept as well, and so there's a lot of people that have already been taking out loans against their entities, and they're affected by this bear market as well. Right. and we would love for those people to drop their comments in the chat, because they've gotten margin called and had to come up with that money. So this is not new. This platform has been out for at least a year or more. So I think it's the perfect time to talk about it. What else we got? We got anything else in the chat?
Yes, Grand Goddess is here giving us claps in the chats, giving us our flowers. So we love it.
We love it. Thank you.
Goddess.
Thank you for being here.
Mariellos said, hey, I need to figure this out later. Shabbat Shalom, girls. No money talk on Shabbat, but I will listen to the playback. Okay.
It's just Sabbath. We feel, that's why we're on YouTube. You can watch it again tomorrow when you got some free time. So enjoy your spiritual day.
Yes. I also will say, even if, you guys don't have any interest in NFT loans, just understanding what this is very beneficial, because when you know what's going on in the space, maybe even if you're not participating in it, what's going on. So it's good to at least understand, that's what that is, and to know your options. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is almost a $1 trillion industry, you guys. So before you just throw it away, you might not have invested your money in Celsius, right? But it affects, because so many people get liquidated, it affects the market as a whole. So for you to understand what is going on, we have to bring this to your attention.
Yeah, because like we were saying, the market is down. So why is the market down? You always want to question things and understand what is its key takeaways. What am I learning from this? Because it sucks the market is down. People's portfolios are down double digits, but at the same time, learn so you don't repeat history. Like this has happened before in 2017. We're going through 2022. There could be an impending recession. You want to know what's happening because this is a new industry. You want to understand what's going on as it happens so you can learn from it.
Yes, exactly.
Edward Diaz says, LOL, this sounds like it costs $97 to start. Yeah, I mean, NFT trading, you have to have disposable income to be trading with NFTs. So the fact that you're here means that, you have a certain, we all have a certain privilege by having the extra money to invest. So yeah, it definitely does sound costly, but again, you're using your own NFTs as collateral.
Exactly. So your NFTs are valuable assets. If you have, stuck with our crypto, not our crypto, our NFT rubric, and you've selected and basically got your list down to high quality NFTs. And now in a market like this, for example, when you can't really sell your NFT, how could you still make money, on your entity and bring in some interest on it? So, again, when you're in this space, you have to get creative. I'm repeating myself, but you got to keep your wheels thinking because you got to be able to pivot.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much for the comments in the chat. So, a little bit more about fractionalization. So real life fractionalization, common in traditional finance for high value assets like vacation homes or luxury cars or items, allows investors to expose their portfolios to an expensive asset without having to own it outright, right? Because being exposed to it means that you get a little bit of the pie, right, without having to have be exposed to all of the cons, right? Yeah. So it's a little less risky, right? Okay, what is NFT fractionalization? When an NFT is fractionalized, the original NFT is locked in a vault. Someone issues a limited supply of fungible tokens that represent ownership of that NFT. It can be bought on other platforms. So we talked about fractional.art or Uniswap, and there are more.
Yep. And then we have alternative NFT loans. So here, these are some words that you guys want to know about. So as we're talking about NFT loans, this is what you're going to hear. Peer-to-protocol NFT lending. So what does that mean? What does it do? It allows you to borrow directly from a protocol. So an example is a DeFi lending platform needs liquidity providers. So they need people giving liquidity. They're adding to crypto funds. So these borrowers can get liquidity immediately after collateralizing. Sorry, guys. This is one of those days. They're NFTs and they're locking them into smart contracts. So basically is you have your NFT, you're locking it away, and immediately after doing that, you will receive your liquidity from it. So this is what that looks like. Basically, it lets borrowers take out ETH, not stacks yet. We're going to get into how it's go against their NFTs. And something else to know is peer-to-peer NFT lending. That's just allowing for customizable loans between people. So you're doing that between person to person, and you would use a platform like a DeFi platform. Yep.
Alternative loans, renting NFTs. So there are platforms that let users lock up NFTs in a digital vault, allows for peer-to-peer NFT rentals where the asset transfers from one wallet to another for a limited time. Tenants can gain full access to the NFT, like community memberships in Discord, utility advantages for staking and partnerships with whitelist opportunities, or like going to a party. Because someone might want to rent it just to go to a particular party. Rental platforms can range in fees for both the renter and tenant. So that's another way that you can, again, another another stream of income that you can set in place for your NFT.
Yes. So then here are platforms that we found for NFT lending. So some of them are NFT-Fi, Arcade, Nexus.io, Drops, and Slater. And of course, you know, guys, do your research on these, but these are some platforms that allow you to do lending with your NFTs.
Yes. And like I said, NFT-Fi, and let me do this too. Guys, NFT-Fi, that's gonna be the one that most people know about. That's the one that most people have used. People have had great experiences. I personally know people that have had great experiences on there. But I wanted to give you other options so that you guys can definitely do your own research and check them out and see what you like, because every platform is going to be slightly different, and to diversify against each other.
Yes. And then we're going to get into gateways to DeFi. So again, these are using DeFi platforms. So, you know, what's decentralized finance in a nutshell? It's a bunch of financial services in crypto and blockchain aimed to disconnect from your traditional third-party financial systems. So third-party financial systems, what does that look like? It looks like Western Union. You know, they're stepping away from that, and they're making it so it's more of an all-in-one shop between you. So how does DeFi create NFT lending? You know, there's a lot of new NFT investors coming into the space, guys. A lot of people. So they are more attracted to, like, once you have your NFT, like we mentioned before, even if you want to put it up for sale, you have to weigh, like, do I want to leave this NFT project, the community, the opportunities it gives to me, the airdrops, the passive income it may give me, you know, so it makes them consider these options. So they're looking for ways to leverage their NFTs through DeFi. So that's through collateralized lending, putting their NFTs up for sale, up to be locked away. Or what they can do, like we talked about before, we explained fractionalized NFTs. So breaking it down into parts and loaning it out like that, or staking it. You can stake NFTs, and it's becoming more and more talked about. So those are some examples. Crypto Beja, what do you think about the gateways to DeFi?
Yeah, so okay, so we're talking about how does DeFi create NFT lending? It removes barriers to entry, which is a huge thing, especially for Black, Brown, Indigenous communities. Okay, it's attractive to yield farmers and DeFi traders. NFTs can be seen as more degen friendly, high but risky API-wise, right? They pose high risk, cough, Celsius. Okay, so we know that already. High growing NFTs run, but the thing is if you're investing in NFTs, you're most likely a risky person, right? Your risk profile is kind of high. You're probably a little younger, right? Unless you have like one project that you're like, I really love this artist, or I really love what they're doing, and I just only have that one NFT. So it kind of lends itself to the same target market as NFTs, DeFi does. But anyway, high growing NFTs run into DeFi could introduce large amounts of leverage and more risk into volatile markets. So when we're talking about loan to value ratios, I think that's what it is, loan to value ratios. It's tricky, just like Bitcoin mortgages are tricky, right? Or regular collateralized loans with Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the cryptocurrencies, right? You have a steep dive in price, and you then have a very short amount of time to be able to correct your loan to value ratio, or you will be liquidated, meaning that whatever collateral that you use, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's an NFT, will be confiscated because you're basically underwater on your loan. And so I know specifically with Bitcoin mortgages, I know that's a sidebar. they try to create more a longer period of time, because I sat in on that conversation at Bitcoin Miami. Basically, so instead of it being a 2-day window period, you have a 3-week window period to be able to pay back that when something like that happens, and hopefully the market can correct itself in that time period. But I feel like I'm going off on a rant, so I just want to reel myself in because I want to stay.
Good. That's a good comparison. Okay. That's a good comparison. It was really cool that you like we talked about going to these events, because you get the prime information. So Crypto Basic just made a great point. She segued into that, and she talked about that experience and how it relates. And honestly, that's not, like she mentioned, Bitcoin mortgages. It's really, it's not the same thing, but it has the similar tendencies that we're seeing with these loans. So,
yes, because we are all we're all tied to Bitcoin. Yep. Right?
Yeah.
So whether you have a Bitcoin NFT or a Cardano NFT or Solana NFT, when Bitcoin goes down, all tides rise and fall with Bitcoin. Right? So so the market is the market. And then I wanted to, for anyone who's this first time ever even hearing of a Bitcoin mortgage, I want you to know the company that does commercial mortgages is called Milo, Milo. If you're interested in that, if you wanted to look it up, just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, Alex, go.
Hey, yes. Lee. So we've talked about Alex Go a few other times within the channel. So the Alex 2.0 roadmap, it introduces SocialFi. So you're hearing all these FIs get thrown around: DeFi, NFT-Fi, SocialFi. So SocialFi really just socializes decentralized finance, and they use that through NFTs. So what does that look like? It looks like you taking your NFT, you're auctioning it on Alex Go. And again, these aren't available yet, but it's coming down the pipeline. And Alex is building during the bear market. So if you join the Discord, you definitely see Alex, they're doing co-farming. So look into that. But their 2.0 roadmap is what's coming. This is a new cycle of what's they're building on Alex. So they're using SocialFi. So that would you would connect your social media account to your to Alex, and that would be a part of your wallet. So basically, you would say, hey, I just put up this Bitcoin monkey up as collateral, or you're fractionalizing this NFT, and you would talk about that through social media. So it's really bringing the community aspect, because as you're connecting your social media, your followers find it, right? People who are following you find it. People who are part of your NFT community see it. This is a way that it introduces that. They also will be introducing an index order sheet. So if you go through the Medium article, this is spoken more in detail. And of course, fractionalizing your Bitcoin NFTs. This is coming down the pipeline. So you will be able to do that. Again, it's not live now, but it will be live soon down the pipeline. So these are things to keep in mind. So I know we're talking about collateralizing NFTs, NFT loans. So Alex is building this, and they're releasing it slowly but surely. So definitely keep watch for on Alex. That's a huge platform on Bitcoin, DeFi, on the first major DeFi platform on Bitcoin. So as we're talking about this, guys, follow suit, watch, and learn. Even if you're not participating, at least understand it. So watch it, understand it. So this is what's going on the back end for Bitcoin. So we're seeing all this stuff come into play. Right now, keep in mind, keep watching Alex, and we're going to see this stuff released slowly but surely, and we'll update you on the channel.
Okay, now we're at the pros and the cons. All right, pros: high APYs for the person who is doing the lending. First come, first serve, right? So if you have something that is very valuable, there will be people that will probably definitely jump in. Pros: passive income. Pros: digital literacy. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that's what so we touched on that a little bit more. So just understanding how things work, even if you're not taking part in this, but you still want to understand how things operate, just so if you do see a good opportunity, you want to jump in and then jump out, that's just part of being literate in the space. So say you don't want to participate in Alex fractionalizing NFTs, but you're part of the Alex Go server and you're watching the step-by-step videos, you're watching their AMAs. This is part of being digital. This is part of digital literacy.
Yes. And so the cons is that it's volatile. There are barriers to entry. Kaylee, I want you to talk about what that means to you. Obviously, margin calls, but you can also leverage, right? Pauses on withdrawals. This is only if you are going to this is a con for a centralized platform. But if you're not on a centralized platform, then and it's more of like a DEX, then you would not have that issue because basically it's like a peer-to-peer situation. So barriers to entry, Kaylee?
Yes. So as we know, certain things just aren't available to everyone. So a con is if you're not aware of this stuff and maybe you want to jump in, but you don't understand what the process is, that's a barrier to entry. So the cons for that is you're not aware, or maybe you jump in and then you're in over your head. That happens to a lot of people. A lot of people think they can time the market. A lot of people think things are easier. They underestimate things. This is part of that, barriers to entry. And then when you do some barriers to entry, meaning you don't have access to it. And if you don't have access to it and you just try to jump into it, you could be putting yourself at serious risk. So that's something to keep in mind as a con. And again, like Bitcoin, they mentioned, a lot of these decentralized exchanges, they're not decentralized, they're centralized. Like Bitcoin, Crypto BJ mentioned before, pauses on withdrawals. This can happen. I mean, look at Celsius. Just because it's Celsius doesn't mean you can't see this happen with NFTs and DeFi.
Yeah, well, there you go. So before we wrap up, I did want to show a clip. And so Kaylee, I sent it to you just in case the sound doesn't work, but I'm going to share my screen really quickly. But hopefully it does work. And it's just a short tutorial on NFT-Fi and how it works. And I just wanted you to check it out. So let me share my screen with you all. And want the microphone. Okay. I think it will work, you guys. I'm really excited to share this with you all. Yep. I'm really excited. Okay. You can see my screen.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, I'm in the wrong situation. So give me 1 second.
Shout out to the Gentleman of Crypto channel.
All right. I thought it was up. And tap to unmute. And
what is up, crypto gang? Welcome back to another episode of
fast
Crypto, where we tackle cryptocurrency and blockchain education. If you guys are brand new here, we do a small little giveaway at the beginning of every single dashboard. You can see that they have a couple. If you land on the NFT-Fi dashboard, you can see that they have a couple of sections here. They have your lend, your borrow, your account, statistics, and then the community tab. So what you'll see here is all the different categories on your left-hand side. You have your Axie Infinities, your Ethereum name service, which are like your domain names. You have Unstoppable Domains. You have Gods Unchained, Rarible, CryptoKitties. Also, you can see their founder cat at 18.9 ETH. And there are a lot of these are under loan currently. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to go to Axie, and I'm actually going to put in an offer to take out a loan on one of these Axies. So we're going to click on the Axie Infinity category here.
And this was filmed a year ago.
You can see all these Axies that are available. I think I am going to go with one that doesn't have an offer, so you can see what that looks like. But these are a couple here that are highlighted in blue that actually have loans on them. So you can see this one has a loan from an address. It's under 7-day duration. The loan is for 40 DAI and the repayment is 41 DAI. So in 7 days, this person can make $1, and that's on top of their asset, which is 130% APR. I do find it pretty funny that they are calculating these APRs and they're just wild sounding up front. but we are dealing with very small figures here. On some of the other ones like Hashmass and CryptoKitties, you're dealing with higher numbers. So I'm not going to put an offer on that one because it's currently has an offer. I want to put an offer on one that isn't under offer right now. So we're going to go ahead and go to this axis here. It looks like a little Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and say 0.01 wrapped ETH, and the loan value, let's say the repayment value for this is going to be 0.15. Over 7 days, that's 2,607% APR. Whereas if that's over 90 days, that lowers down to 203%. Now, how badly do I want this axis? That kind of determines if I want to add a little bit more juice so that they accept the offer to lend this NFT out to me. And I can use this, with Axie because it's a game. I love that use case where it's a mutually beneficial relationship between lender and borrower. And this is such a cool concept. Let's go ahead and lower that down. Let's do 30 days at the repayment of 0.011 wrapped ETH. And then the loan value is 0.01 wrapped ETH. As you can see here, I'm going to make the offer for 0.01 wrapped ETH for this Axie to borrow. And it is a repayment value of 0.011 ETH, wrapped ETH. And then it's a duration of 30 days, which is 122% APR extrapolated out for this user. Let's go ahead and make this offer. Sign offer. It's going to pull up our MetaMask, and I'm going to go ahead and sign it. And let's see what happens here. So we can close the window, and there's my offer. You can see that it came in, duration of 30 days, loan value is 0.01 wrapped ETH, and repayment is 0.011 wrapped ETH. So that is it for my overview of NFTfi. Overall, I'm really impressed.
Okay, so you guys, you saw how simple it was for him to just put an offer on the NFT, and then the person who owns the NFT then gets to accept the offer or not. I think a 30-day loan for me is kind of long to me. So I probably wouldn't accept like a 30-day loan. I probably would accept something more like 7, 14 days. Yeah. Just for myself, even though this is not financial advice, you must do your own research. I agree with you. I just wanted, you agree with me? Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that for 30 days because stuff happens quick in them. It's 1 week is like a month, so maybe 2 weeks or a week, like you said. That sounds way more realistic.
Yes, because you never know what happens with the NFT project, and so you know how things go. So a project that has been doing amazing, one thing goes wrong and it's a shit show, and then your NFT is not even valuable anymore. So anyway. So I just wanted you to see that and see how simple it is, and so if that is something that you're interested in, or you want to kind of keep your eye out on, or you want to see it develop over time until like you feel like, there are marketplaces that are more regulated, that is a good place to start. I really hope that this was valuable to you. If it was, like and share the video, okay? Yeah. And tell somebody, okay, about Critically Crypto. Tell them about your girl Crypto BJ. Tell them about your girl Kelly BTC, because we are here, okay, weekly, giving you the game.
Ooh, we didn't even mention what's gonna happen next week. Crypto BJ, where are you gonna be next week?
Next week, I'm gonna be at NFT NYC. So, guys, I'm about to be. So, it's interesting. It's really interesting because all these NFT projects are going to be in New York. However, the NFT market is kind of shitty right now. So, and a lot of times they have these extravagant events and they have large budgets to do lunch and learns and party over here and coffee and coffee and croissants in the morning, stop by, so I'm really interested to see who actually follows through with their events, who is laying off the people in their project.
Ooh.
Because I mean, if we're seeing companies like Coinbase, I don't know if anyone else on the channel has talked about the layoffs that are happening in this space, but there are layoffs happening in this space. So it's like NFT NYC is like a huge event. And this is where, like I'm telling you, all the NFT projects are wanting to make sure that they are there and their presence is felt and seen there. I mean, we're talking Moonbirds. I mean, we're talking Bored Ape. We're talking, but we're not just talking about the blue chip projects. We're talking about the smaller projects as well, the Alien Friends. I'm trying to think of some other projects, but you follow what I'm saying. So I'm gonna be there. I'm going to let y'all know how it goes. I'm going to try to get to as many events as I possibly can. It's from the 20th to the 23rd. So I'm going to try. Okay, y'all, because these things, it's like these events, it's jam-packed schedule. I mean, from morning, Web3 wellness and meditation, okay, till we partying hard at 3 a.m. So I'm going to try.
Gosh, so true. Guys, I'm going to be in New York City the 21st. I'm going to be attending the mega party. Me and Crypto Beige are going to try to meet up. Like we said, there's going to be so much to do. So we're going to try to catch each other. We're going to see how that goes. So if you guys are in New York City, try to attend these parties. Networking is huge, but also be careful. Like, don't connect your phone to free Wi-Fi. These are safety tips. Like, don't like we said, don't connect your phone, don't wear your ledger as a necklace, don't do certain things, be cognizant, don't go wearing, well, I don't know if this is really gonna help, but don't show off your NFTs too much. I know everybody's excited, but also, let's be critical thinkers. Don't be glamorous.
Don't be opening up your wallet. Take a screenshot of it.
Yep. That's the best thing you can do. Don't drink too much at these parties, even though they have open bars. So be careful, but we hope to see you guys there. Don't be a stranger. Say hi. We don't bite.
Say hello. I met some of y'all already because y'all out here in these streets. So if you see us, we want to talk. We want to chat. We want more friends to talk about crypto with. You know what I mean? Because our friends and family don't want to hear it from us. That's why we're here on this channel talking to y'all. Okay.
Oh my God, I understand what you mean. Ooh. I think we all can relate. It can be hard being the NFT, Bitcoin DJ, and nobody wants to hear it. Mom's like, that's okay, eat your food. So.
Sounds really, really nice. Okay, so y'all know how we mean. So what we mean. So thank you for joining us. Like I said, I hope you found it valuable. Like I said, like and share this video. And we have some great things coming to you next week. We're going to give you the insight. I'm going to try to give you more information than I got from the other conferences, because this is our conference. This is the NFT conference, okay? And this is the NFT show. So until next time, okay? Keep your ears to the crypto streets.
Oh, wait a minute, Crypto Beige, where can they follow you? I know we're gonna be an NFT, so if you guys want to see us in New York, you want to know what we're doing, follow us for the ins and outs. Crypto Beige, where can they follow you?
Crypto Beige. It's crypto CRYPTO BAEJ. Simple, easy. Click with the links in my bios. I got good stuff for you guys, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, and whether it's on Twitter. And I'm getting more popping on Twitter, okay? So don't count me out on Twitter.
Follow her on Twitter. Follow her on Twitter.
Where can they find you, Kaylee.btc?
Listen, you guys can follow me at I am Kaylee BTC on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok. So we're going to have some fun stuff for you guys in store. So watch out on our social medias for the latest scoops. So it's going to be really cool.
Sounds good. And right before we go, is there any comments, anything that we need to answer in the chat?
Yes.
Have a great weekend, guys. Have a great weekend. Weekend.
Araya says lending platforms are getting destroyed right now. Oh, we covered that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Well, it's not okay, but
the Phoenix will rise again.
Everyone else is sending love. Grand Goddess is sending love. Invoice Crypto is sending love. Gerard Covey is sending love. So everyone's just sending love on our way out.
And we love you.